Good afternoon, y'all. We're going to be working on some trailer wiring today. See, this thing's been out in the elements for a couple years and it's just corroded to the point. I've tried to patch it up a couple times, but it's just corroded to the point where this is very brittle. See, there's just one blade going one way. And sometimes when I'm going down the road, I notice my trailer lights blinking or flashing, so these connections aren't too good, a little bit corroded. And this is going to be a 7-pin harness, so that counts as one of the pins, the center pin. Then there's going to be 6 pins around it. You see I have 4 filled up, 2 are missing. And those 2 that are missing are regularly, I think normally they'd be a trailer brake and an auxiliary 12 volt that's constant. Okay, this is going to be the harness I got off of Amazon. It's going to be 4 foot long, very thick shielding, pretty thick wires also. But you see all 7 pins are filled up. So this is going to have the auxiliary 12 volt and the brake, which I think are these 2 wires, but we're going to go ahead and test for that. There's a lot of reviews that say some of these colors could be a little bit off on all of these wires, like all of these repair pigtails. There's a lot of reviews that say these wires don't match, so we're not going to go ahead and risk it. We're not going to go color for color. We're going to go ahead and test everything. And right away you can tell that the old trailer harness used to use white for ground. You see it right there on a rivet. Not even a good connection. Let's see. Yeah, you can see it's a very loose ground connection. But they were definitely using white for ground. So you can go from here and you see it's got enough to go pretty far onto here. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is cut this probably around here. I'm going to go ahead and cut this open, see how it looks inside. So this shielding right here doesn't feel too brittle. I'm just going to get rid of the ground that went to the rivet. It's always good to test, never just assume. Just gonna put that should be ground on the left. Got the meter set to 20 volt DC, the one with the 2 lines with the dashes under it. This is AC voltage. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start her up. So right now I got the left signal turned on, and because I got all this taped up and pretty safe, I'm gonna go ahead and plug in this end, even though it's pretty corroded. Remember, sometimes this doesn't work, but you guys give it a lot of wiggles. See here at the yellow, we have voltage is going from 12 down to 3 down to 11, so this is going to be our left turn signal, yellow. Nothing. So if I put right turn signal, this green should start flashing. All right, we got right turn signal on, and we got green flashing. All right, so now I got parking light on, but I got both signals off. No hazards, none. So yellow should be off. Green should be off, but brown should be 12 volt steady, or 14.3 with the truck running. We've tested the right turn signal, left turn signal, and the running light. And we know this is ground because if you flip the wires, I'm gonna put red here and black on running, we'll have negative 14.3 on the meter. And I think it's safe to say this is going to be reverse light without having to put the e-brake on and put this in reverse. Go ahead and unplug all this. Okay, so right now we got our new 7-pin pigtail on here. We got the same way where it's taped up in a way where the wires can't hit accidentally. This wire is a lot thicker and it could pull a wire out. I'm just going to go ahead and plug her in. We're going to go straight to ground and left turn signal. And we don't have 12 flashing. We have flashing on the red. So this is what we're talking about, why you gotta test this out, because red is gonna be left turn signal. Red is off, so for sure we have brown. It's the right turn signal. And we're gonna triple check. That's definitely right turn. Parking light back on. Nada. Nothing. Nothing. Green. Red. Nothing. Black. Constant. Okay. Green. Running light. So by the process of elimination, we can say this is reverse light. It's going to be trailer brake and auxiliary power. All right, so this compressor is about 80 pounds. Might have to install this pretty soon. 4-ton compressor. Thick wire, it might be 10 gauge. It's definitely a ground, so we're gonna go ahead and crimp a ground on there. I have 2 of the old wires coming off. We can still fit in a 10 gauge crimp. And all we're doing here is 2 grounds might be better than 1, because sometimes 1 ground will kind of corrode a little bit. And the ground's gonna be just as important as all the positives. Everyone always forgets about the grounds. It's like always looking for power. But usually the problem's gonna be a ground, you know. Constantly 12 volts. So you just wanna make sure this end doesn't touch anything. And then this is gonna be what we thought was the brakes. It probably is. Just cut it at a different length. And these connectors are something I just got off Amazon. They're called heat shrink couplers. I gotta check my notes. Red goes to left turn signal, brown goes to right, green goes to running light. Okay. Alright, that's what we ended up with. Blue to yellow, green to brown, brown to green, yellow to red. Alright, so now all we're doing is putting some Gorilla Tape on here. This stuff is like really good to protect wires. You probably only want to work with about that much at a time. Alright, so we're going to be putting in some 3/4 inch Tex self-drilling screws. But this aluminum is pretty thick. I'd say about 1/4 inch. We're going to put the grounds on the outside. Put a green square pad to it. Alright, let's go turn her on. Got some blinking going on. Let me go to right. Right turn signal. Looking good. Well, we got 1 light out. 1 LED out on the parking lights. But the rest of the parking lights fired up. To put this in reverse with the parking light on, with the reverse lights, you gotta put this seatbelt on, put the e-brake on, make sure it says brake, turn up the hazard lights, put it in reverse. So you got 1 reverse light on, main reverse light, main reverse light. I think that one's broken. Look under here. That one's on. And that's about how much slack I have. I don't think it's gonna hit the road. That's gonna be our wiring for today. This ended up being pretty good. This cord, you know, it's pretty tough, everything. Wire colors didn't match at all, so make sure you do some testing before you just go ahead and hook it up. Got 2 grounds now, just in case one fails. All right, so it's been a long day of wiring. We finally got this thing wired up too. It's finally on the electronics battery. I did have a little battery to connect it, but should be good to go now. All right, hoping this video helped you get your trailer wiring sorted out. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time.